Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. So we got the question of the day today. What is first baddie syndrome? So check it out. I actually drew up a real definition of first baddie syndrome because I Googled it, I TikToked it, I Instagrammed it, and I only found 2 videos total. And that was on YouTube as well. I only found 2 videos total. So this is largely an uncoined term. So y'all hearing it first on the classic codes, what the first baddie syndrome is. Let me get it pulled up for y'all. All right. First baddie syndrome. Y'all see that, chat? First baddie syndrome. This syndrome, hold on, blocking part of it. Here we go. The first baddie syndrome. This syndrome is caused when a man has or gains access to a woman who is superior to all the other women he has dealt with up to that point in time. This syndrome causes abnormal behaviors and unpredictable emotional spikes in the man. Behavioral examples consist of love bombing, oversharing, and disregarding his circle. Let's go through that one more time. First baddie syndrome. The question of the day is, what is first baddie syndrome? First baddie syndrome, coined by Classic himself. This is my definition. Anybody steal it, y'all point back to me. All right, hold me down. First baddie syndrome. This syndrome is caused when a man has or gains access to a woman who is superior to all the other women he has dealt with up to that point in time. This syndrome causes abnormal behaviors and unpredictable emotional spikes in the man. Behavioral examples, love bombing, oversharing, and disregarding his circle. So check it out, y'all. First and foremost, let's go ahead and get this out the way. Let's get this out the way. Most men will never, ever get to experience first baddie syndrome. Let's get this out the way. 75, 80% of all men, all ethnicities will never get to experience first baddie syndrome. So let's remove the shame from all the men who have experienced first baddie syndrome, because you're in a small percentage of men who had access to a baddie. At least one in your life, you got you a baddie. Do you know how many men, because I want the men to be able to be honest about the time where they had first baddie syndrome. I want men to be able to be honest. So let's remove the shame. Let's remove the shame. Most men will die never having had experienced a baddie. There's a small percentage of men who get sexual access to the baddies. Hence the fact you see all the men that are monetarily successful saying that a lot of the women they deal with are kind of cyclical. Oh, he used to go with her and she used to talk to him, and because there's the baddies kind of rocking a certain, So if you Joe Smo or middle class Mikey or whatever the case may be, and a baddie happens to just like you, she like you. She used to date a ball player. She used to date a baseball. She might still be married to an executive, but she happened to like you. If you are in the small percentage of men who has had access to a baddie, don't feel shame about if you had first baddie syndrome. Kanye West gave us some good advice, fellas. He said you got to treat the bad chick like the fat chick. Treat the bad chick like she average. I'm here today to answer the first baddie syndrome question, man. I think that I spelled it out very well, and I think that women should A, be aware if they're a baddie, B, be able to spot if they're dealing with a man who is going through first baddie syndrome on them, and C, give some grace. Give some grace. When I went through first baddie syndrome, I'm not going to tell y'all when, what age, none of that. We not doing that. Yeah, I got my shit out the way early. But when I went through first baddie syndrome, I was luckily not old enough. I'm grateful that I was luckily not old enough to like tweak, because I would have tweaked. If I was old enough to be, that's I'm giving some of it away. I was so young when I went through first baddie syndrome. I wasn't even in a situation where I could have did the shit that was on my mind. I had to resort to shit like writing love letters and like buying a flower. That's what age I was. That's how old I was. Like I wasn't. So, but the problem is a lot of men, they build themselves up. They didn't get to, y'all got to realize, champ, yo chat, I was 5'11" in 6th grade. I played football and basketball on good teams. You see what I'm saying? So I've been I don't even say was. I've been him for a long time. So like the first baddie syndrome for me, I'm grateful it happened young. But what I'm seeing out here and what I'm seeing on the internet, and what I'm seeing in public, in person, you got men that are building themselves up. They've been invisible for a while. Niggas hitting their growth spurts at 18. There's people that's got all different types of things in their journey. And you got a lot of men that are building themselves up. They're learning how to become attractive. They learning how to do their hygiene all the way right. They done found the right barber that's not pushing their shit back no more. They know they found the right cut for themselves that go with the symmetry of their face. They done found their little pocket. They know how they want to dress, or maybe they went and got them a stylist. They got the online stylist. You pay like $75 a month. They send you outfits. I'm gonna dress you. You feel me? You got men that are getting it together. And so they getting it together 25, 26, 30, 32. And they bumping into they getting attention from the joint that never saw them. They could have moved to a whole different state. But y'all know what I'm talking about. It's archetypes. Let's stop playing like it ain't ratings. When you go to a social event, it's some 8s and some 9s up in here, maybe just a couple. It's normally not, depending on where you live. And then it's some, you got the averages. You got the good looking regular 6, 5. We don't use 7. The 6s, the 5s, those are good looking regular women. No makeup, fresh out the shower, a good looking woman. She doll it up. She might get to, you feel me, them upper numbers, right? Normally, you might be a brother that get attention from the 4s, the 3s. That's kind of where you play at. But now that you done got yourself together, you step back outside after coming out of isolation and building yourself up. You step outside, all of a sudden that 8 and that 9 looking at you like, how you doing? And at first, fellas, if you ain't had nobody to give you the game or to lay it out for you, them, whoever, bro, it's okay. You might get a little flustered. Stop it. If you only been getting attention from, let's make it real. If you only been getting attention from, I'm trying to find somebody that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like this. Like if you, somebody help me out, chat. If you only been getting attention from some mid, like just a regular round the way, you feel me? And then all of a sudden you build yourself up and you step back outside, you go to like a little corporate event and damn near Paula Patton at the event as a guest speaker, and she come off stage and stop in her tracks and introduce herself to you. And you like, oh man, your dumb ass might not even know she was trying to see what was to it. Stupid. That's Paula Patton. She don't got to stop in her tracks to introduce herself to nobody. She stop and talk to you. Hi, I'm Paula. First baddie syndrome kick in like a motherfucker. You either don't know what to say, don't know how to say what you want to say. Maybe you get past the first interaction. The shit kicks in, yo. Chat, do y'all know about first baddie syndrome? Ladies in the chat, have y'all ever been somebody's first baddie? Fellas in the chat, have you ever when you got your first baddie, or if you ever experienced a baddie, did you have first baddie syndrome? Did you? I'll tell y'all one thing. My first baddie, I almost crashed out about my first baddie. Yeah, I almost fist fought a nigga in the playground for mine. I was finna crash out. Yeah. I thought we was getting married. Yeah. Oh. Chad almost crashed out behind mine, G. I ain't gonna lie to you. But hey, man, if you go through it, you go through it. The erratic behaviors, though, that you see people exhibit, like you could tell, like, damn, that must be his first one. He doing a lot. Oversharing her own. Nigga sending a picture of his girl to the group chat. Bro, why you sending us your girl, bro? Y'all got me one. I got me, man. Listen, you ain't send us your last joint. No, she wasn't like this. It's just like when somebody get their first pistol. He take the pistol everywhere. Got the pistol on the desk, pistol on him, pistol in the car, pistol to the grocery. Yeah, Mars be tweaking about the first baddie, man. Oh my god. Oh shit. All right, man. But that's the question of the day, man. First baddie syndrome. Holy smokes, man. Goodness gracious.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and now hardened the flow. They don't know me for real.